Welcome to Cold Call TV, where we inquire to inspire. We're so excited for our next guest, Coach Omar Abukar, joining us. He is co-founder and coach of TouchTe Academy and Football Club. This guy, if you don't know him, you need to know him and follow him on Instagram. He has a great track record of developing young people in the sport of soccer, or as they call globally, football. He's led youth programs to the Embassy Cup, regional and state championships, and trained several professional athletes who compete in Major League Soccer around the globe. I'll let him talk a little bit more about that later. And Omar is also an HBCU grad. So for those who don't know what HBCU is, Historically Black College and University at Bowie State University. Welcome to the show, Omar.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
We're
very excited to be here. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. We're pumped to have you. So I'm going to actually turn it over to Maven. He's going to get things kicked off, right, with Maven's moment. So go ahead, son. Kick it off.
Maven's moment.
Take it easy on me, Maven.
Question one. Why did you start TouchTe Academy?
Well, I was currently, and this question came up literally 2 days ago. I was in class and I really took the step back to actually figure out concretely why it is my best friends and I got together and started the club. One thing personally about myself at the time, that majority of youth kids in America have the opportunity to play youth travel soccer or youth developmental soccer. I was living in a refugee camp. So I never really had the access to, let's say, turf, a ball, never mind even the turf. We didn't have access to a soccer ball. We didn't have access to cleats. So when I came to America at the age of 9, my parents were so worried about paying rent and feeding 8 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment that we didn't have the luxury to play academy football here in America as well. But the one thing that we were good at is actually going outside and using that free time to play in the neighborhood, to play with big brothers and friends in the neighborhood that were also under the same circumstances. Once we got to middle school teachers and PE teachers started to see that we were actually very good players. We went on to got into high school, and high school was, let's say, the first affordable free sports that we had access to. We took that very serious our freshman and sophomore year. Next thing you know, every club in the state of Maryland were willing to take me and my brothers and a few of our friends from the same neighborhood on free scholarships. Had no one provided that free scholarship, we wouldn't have the opportunity to play academy football here in America or academy soccer. One of the biggest reasons why I helped co-founded Touch Kings was to make sure kids who don't have access to playing the beautiful game that's international, played all across the world. Here, it's nothing bad about it. Yes, there's bigger structure, there's finances, there's driving. There's a lot of things that's involved with academy soccer here in America. But the one and biggest reason why we wanted to start this club was to make sure it was affordable, make sure every kid who could not afford another club can come here and develop the same way, be able to compete. And it's just not the game either. We want to be able to raise model citizens. We want to raise leaders through sports. Knowing where I've been and where currently I am, it's kind of, let's say, it means more to me to not let another kid fail when it comes to playing sport under this club, but also learning virtues and values and character that's going to help them get out to the real world and say, okay, that person didn't have everything he needed when he was 8, 9 years old, but this is where he is now. How can I get up to the same? And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but I just know it doesn't happen by chance. You really got to get out there and first have the vision and then put the work behind the vision. And that's how Touch Kings came about. And it really happened during COVID too, where nothing was going, nothing was moving. My best friend and I, we were actually training professional athletes who I mean, every league around the world was shut down at the time. So we put in a lot of time and energy into advertising ourselves as trainers. And once the, let's say, clients that we were training at were able to say, hey, this is very good training, this is very good development, you guys are actually doing some of the things that I've never been able to do with my own club, that's when we felt like, okay, how about we just go from training? We can still train, we can still develop, we can still train kids from other clubs, but how about we have our own club and we produce our own brand of footballers, because we already have a few in the professional game already.
Why do you like training young people?
So the reason why I put the most emphasis in the youth is you want them to have the right startup. You know, you want them to have the right startup, the right fundamentals, the right teachings. And once they have that grasp, they can grow into any player they like. They can play any position they like. And next thing you know, that blank piece of paper that you had ends up becoming a professional somewhere around the world. And now you're looking at it like, that was the coach that helped that player, or that's the coach that produced that player. So now we want to do it on a bigger magnitude. We want to be able to do it with a whole club. See how many players on each individual teams and age groups are able to go far. I wholeheartedly know not every player in the club is the same. I mean, our finger length is a different length for a reason, and that's how the walks of life works. But when it comes to players, we believe if they're young enough, if they're beginners, we can actually build very good players out of them for years and years to come. And that's why I love working with the youth. The youth are, I mean, I love working with my older guys. I mean, they're going to hear this, but I love working with the youth more. Yes. Yes.
Real quick, you mentioned being in a refugee camp. Where exactly were you in a refugee camp? I just want to clarify that a little bit for the
well, I was born in Somalia. I was born in Somalia, and the Civil War broke out in 1993. So at the age of 4 years old, we were on a boat to Kenya to seek refuge. So we were in Mombasa, Kenya. That's where we grew up. From the age of 4 till 9, we were in a refugee camp having the best time of our life.
It was made of rubbish, like bags, cans, sometimes bottles, sometimes it was made of clothing.
Even though the circumstances weren't well, all we did was play ball as kids. We went to school, came out of school, and just playground.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, people had the full context here of your journey. Go ahead.
All right. Who was your favorite soccer player?
Who's my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna make me rip my hair out, man. I would honestly tell you my favorite player is Andres Iniesta. I cannot wait to see him play again. I've seen him play a couple of times. Hey, Memphis!
We got a guest cameo. You lit up, he's being shy.
It's all right.
Gotta go, Omar.
He'll warm up.
He'll warm up.
Andres Iniesta was one of the best players that played for FC Barcelona. He was a Spain international. He went on, and you can name it, from a World Cup to European Championship to FIFA, UEFA Champions League Cups. He's won them all as a player. But the one thing about him, the player just doesn't talk. He's so humble. He's so quiet. There's no history of him even doing the slightest bad thing he's just a model example to follow. And when it's time to play, there's no way to take the ball off of his feet. He's the one player that you cannot rush, or you cannot run so fast at him, because he'll just sidestep you and make it look like, what is this guy that's running full speed at me doing? I hope the next time he doesn't run full speed. So he's one of the best players in my mind, but he's even a better person. The way he carries himself, the way he conducts himself, he's the utmost professional. And the things that I take from him is, and I've heard it in an interview, he said, hey, before I became a professional player, I practiced how to become a professional person. I I practiced how to become a professional brother, how to become a professional son, how to become a professional student. And then being a professional soccer player was just a lifestyle. He's like, it became easy for him. So that's my favorite player.
You could travel anywhere in the world. Where would you go?
For soccer or just for personal?
Just personal.
Personal, man. I keep seeing the blue windows and the white cement walls over there in Greece. I want to go to Santorini. Okay, I want to go to the islands. I'm telling you, I want to go to the Santorini Islands. Like I need to, but please let me know when I'm able to do that, because I have yet to find a timing within this schedule to be able to go to Santorini.
You're a world traveler already, so I'm surprised.
I'm a road traveler for work. I never get to do personal stuff. I'm always, hey, we're going to this club, we're going to this trial, we're going to this certification course. So it's always work.
Yeah.
But I would love to go to Santorini.
Yeah. What about soccer wise? The places you haven't traveled? If there's any place you haven't traveled yet to watch a game.
I would love, and I'm telling you, just like Santorini is your bucket list, I would love to see a River Plate versus a Boca Juniors game in Argentina. Okay, there is no bigger rivalry than these two teams. The flares, the barbed wire fences, the throwing of the drinks, that kind of atmosphere. Like if you think Dallas Cowboys versus Redskins is a rivalry game, take that and multiply that by 200,000. You see this?
Yeah.
This is Boca Juniors right here. This is how much I love Boca Juniors as well. Yeah.
We're learning here.
And
we're learning so much about the game and these short time with you.
I like that jersey. Is that a Porto jersey?
This is the Gothenburg team.
Oh yeah.
Blues and whites are what they call it. I think that's what this says in Swedish on the front of his jersey. But yeah, it's a Gothenburg, Sweden football club.
You got these stylish hosts over here.
I know he's being camera shy right now, but that's okay. You can stick around? You want to stick around?
I'm gonna take a nap.
He's gonna go take a nap.
Yeah. Let me ask you this before you leave. What's your favorite sports team? Because I've seen you on a sports field before.
My favorite sport.
Your favorite sport. How about we start with your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is, I have to go with basketball. Yeah,
Basketball. Who's your favorite basketball player?
LeBron,
the GOAT. Okay. Well, when LeBron was coming into the NBA, I think that was my senior year. No, that was my sophomore year of high school, 2003. So now LeBron is at the end of the road. I'm like, man, I'm getting old with LeBron now. But I'm not as old as LeBron though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you.
Hey, pleasure, man. I had a great time with you. Enjoy, okay? Enjoy that nap.
All right.
Dream big.
All right, you too.
All right.
Maven's moment.
Good deal. Great job, Maven. I have a few more questions for you before we let you go. So let's talk a little bit about the women's game. So while we're, filming this interview, we're in the midst of Women's World Cup. What do you think it's going to take to grow the women's game and make it more equitable?
Equality. We kick the same ball. We wear the same jersey setup, short socks, shin guards, cleats. Yes, we might not be, the same drive, the same competition level, or the men's is this, the women's is that. But if you really look at it, the U.S. women's soccer has won World Cups. The men's haven't. You see what I'm saying? If you go around to every girl around the world right now and say who's the best female player, they will tell you a number 10 from Brazil. This number 10, in an interview 2 days ago when they lost in the World Cup, said when it was her time to step on the field, she didn't have no role models. But now every girl around the world has a female role model. We're not so far behind. It's coming, it's growing. We do need to be more open-minded. We do need to be more supportive. We do need to make sure we do have a system where equal pay does happen. But at the end of the day, we're looking at sport. I mean,
Yeah.
the same way I would go watch a Washington Spirit game and support the women's on that team and some of the athletes that I work, I will do on the other side with the men's. I think we need to be open-minded, and this is all female sports in general. I hate, someone that would say, "Oh, well, the WNBA is boring." Well, they're playing with the same basketball. They're playing on the same court in the same arenas. I might have a daughter one day that wants to play soccer and not a son. You understand? So it's on us as humans first to be able to give the women's game a chance, to be able to support the women's game. I mean,
staying on the game, the beautiful game. If you could pick your all-time great starting 11 for a soccer club you owned, doesn't matter the era, who would be on that team?
Oof. You want me to give you from the goalie or from the striker down? Let's start with the goalie.
Yes.
My goalkeeper has to be Italian. His name is Gigi Buffon. He just retired less than a week ago. He's 45 years old. Yes, that is my goalkeeper. My two center backs, one is a Spaniard named Carles Puyol, and the other one, his name is Maldini. He played in Italy as well. My right back, I have Dani Alves. My left back, I have Roberto Carlos. Okay. The midfield is where everyone that I know is gonna fight with me, but you did say this was my team.
This is your team. You own this team. You call the shot.
This is my
you
team.
Call the shot.
So my middle three is gonna be Zinedine Zidane. It's gonna be my favorite player that I told you about, Andres Iniesta, and it's gonna be the coach of the current Barcelona team, Xavi. Okay, and my forward three, it will be Messi.
Okay, I was wondering if he was gonna make it into the lineup.
Oh, I should have said his name first, but he's in there. Messi. My striker is Ronaldo from Brazil, R9, and my left winger is Ronaldinho from Brazil. So I have two Brazilians and an Argentinian up top. I have two Spaniards and a French in the middle, and I have a couple of Brazilians, Spaniards, and Italians in the back. That's my favorite 11, and I will send that list to you in writing. So if you want to post it on this video, I know a lot of people will give me flack about it. So let's do it.
That'll be good fodder for all the soccer fans out there.
Yes.
Coach Omar, our show is all about inquiring to inspire. Who is your biggest inspiration?
My dad. I mean, I can't tell you enough, Talea. My dad, my dad was working 3 jobs when we first came to America. And we were living in a 3-bedroom apartment. It was I will never forget till today that my dad can buy us socks when he bought us tennis shoes because he had to pay rent and he had to pay health insurance and food, and that was the primary example. I can go on to TV and say, oh, I love Nelson Mandela and what he was able to do in South Africa. Those are my role models. I look at them, I read them. MLK, Malcolm X, Prophet Muhammad. I read on all that stuff. But my primary example on how a man should carry himself, how a man should raise a family. I mean, my mom and dad are married over 50 years and they're still married. He deals with 8 children and he makes sure every kid has graduated school. And we came into a country not being able to speak English. And then now every kid in the family has a degree. My oldest sister has a PhD. My brother works for the immigration department. My dad, by far my dad. Anyone in the community that knows me and knows my dad, they will tell you, like, you lucked out. You got a good one. So we talk every day. Some of the things that he's taught us, he's never made a decision for us. We've never gotten in trouble for any decision we made, but some of the lectures and some of the, teachings and some of the values he's instilled in us, the sacrifices he's made. I can't thank my dad enough. You know, I tell him every day, I cannot thank you enough. Anything you need, doesn't matter what part of the world I am, I'll come running for you. So my dad, 100%.
And I love that. You know, it's so important. You hear it all the time that we give people their flowers while they're here. So it's just inspiring to know that you're giving him his flowers while he's still here. He knows how much, how impactful he's been in your life, and kind of see how you're paying it forward to all these other athletes who you touch around the world. So his legacy carries on through you.
He didn't let me do football at first.
Yeah.
He didn't let me do football at first.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Talaya, all foreign parents, when the kids are coming to America, the parent either wants us to become a lawyer, a doctor, or someone up there, a judge, you know?
Yeah.
But it really, the reason I say my dad as well, you need a parent that's able to go from, let's say, a third world country and come to the United States and be able to adapt right away. Mm-hmm. We weren't raised in the same religious, setting as he was. Now that we're here in America and he was raised back home, the cultural setting is not the same. So what my dad was very able to do is he was able to teach us enough to know and remember where we came from and to see what's in front of us so we don't waste what's in front of us. Mm-hmm. And once we were able to understand that as youngsters going into, let's say, the second grade of elementary school, the motivation was different. Mm-hmm. No one had the excuse that, oh, I'm not smart enough. No, you've been through enough already for you to get smarter. You just have to spend time with that book, or you have to sit down. He would say, the person that doesn't sit down and their hands are sweating today from writing and reading is going to sweat one day from their legs and their forehead, because you're going to be in a job that you don't like. You're going to be in a factory and this and that. So everything about Pops was like, don't play with tomorrow. You have today and you're still alive. We escaped what we escaped, but don't play with tomorrow. And thank God we're here where we are now.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a little fun now with you.
Let's go.
This is unscripted.
All right.
So we play a game called One Gotta Go. So I'm gonna put two people out there. You gotta choose one over the other. Okay? All right. We're gonna start.
Do I get a pass if I can't pick one, or it has to be
There's
one?
No pass. You gotta pick one or the other, but you can certainly give us some context and explain why you're rational.
Right, all right.
Okay,
Say
here we
no
go.
more.
Premier League or MLS?
Premier League. MLS gotta go.
MLS gotta go. Okay.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Messi all day, every day.
He gotta go?
Ronaldo's gotta go.
Oh, Ronaldo's gotta go. Okay.
Ronaldo's gotta go.
Why Ronaldo?
Messi is the GOAT. Messi is the GOAT. There's no other way. And for me personally, it's a feeling. Like, I cannot explain the feeling that why Messi is a GOAT to me. Everyone asks me this question, and I just say, my heart tells me Messi is the GOAT, so Messi is the GOAT.
Yep. Real Madrid or Manchester United?
Oh man, I hate both, Talaya. Why are you doing this to me?
You hate both? Okay.
Oh, I hate both with a passion.
I was trying to figure out who your favorite team was, and I was like, I can't tell who your favorite club is.
My favorite club is Liverpool in the English Premier League, and Barcelona. So the two teams you just named are my rivals.
Yes. I know. That's why I was like, oh, okay. All right. That's tough. So,
but if I was to pick one, I'll pick Manchester United because I hate Madrid that much more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Free kick or penalty kick?
Which one's gotta go?
Which one's gotta go?
I think the penalty's gotta go.
Really? Okay.
Penalty is too easy.
All right. Winger or left back?
Winger.
Wingers gotta go.
Winger, no, left back's gotta go. Left back's gotta go. Winger, I started as a winger.
Okay.
Yeah, left back is towards.
Yeah.
Left back is towards the end of the playing career, but winger.
Okay, got it. Okay, last one. World Cup champion or Golden Boot winner?
World Cup champion.
Gotta go?
No, Golden Boot gotta go. I'm picking World Cup champion.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. It wasn't that hard, was it?
It wasn't hard. I was nervous, but it wasn't hard at all.
We got balloons getting thrown at us here.
We're celebrating our ending, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. You're the first guest to get balloons, as part of the ending. So thank you.
I actually thought you were gonna have a whole balloon coming down from the ceiling, and that was gonna mark the ending of our. And I really enjoyed this, by the way.
Good. No, we enjoy speaking to you too.
This
I know
was
you're a busy,
cool.
busy man, traveling all over the world. So we appreciate you taking time to be on our family podcast. We probably can make more balloons come out the sky and post edit. But no, we appreciate you so much. I've just enjoyed your energy since the day I met you. I know the best is yet to come as far as everything you are going to achieve in your career. I mean, you have such a great vision and just such a way with people and the youth. I mean, just seeing you in action myself is quite inspiring. So that's the reason why we wanted you on the show, because it's all about bringing people here who inspire us to inspire others. So we hope that we plant some seeds once people are able to see this interview.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much. We appreciate you and just wish you all the best. We'll be supporting in any way that we can. We got to get Memphis out there and use some of this energy on the field.
Yes. No, I really appreciate the time, Talaya. Shout out to everyone that's involved at Touch Kings. I cannot, and I will say this 150,000 times, I cannot take the credit for the hard work that everyone on my team puts in, from our founders with Alambi, Dr. Albert, our foundation president, Kurt, let's say our team managers that are doing, all the managing and communication, our coaches who are constantly on the field, whether it's, hey, I want to coach more than one team because I want to be able to provide as much quality as possible. I mean, it goes down the line. Our parents, we have some of the most unbelievable parents at Touch Kings that the club was literally built on the help and assistance of parents. Yes, we had the vision. Yes, we had the coaching down packed. We knew what curriculums and how to work with the kids. But we evolved because it became a community thing as everyone stepped up. I believe we are maybe one or two, or if not one, the only club in the DMV that has a corporate sponsor on their chest. Might be the only or one of few clubs who coaches can also step on the field and play and be able to train the same players that are having difficulty during game days in technical training sessions. Might be the only club where coaches get out and go train professional players in the off season and be able to bring players from different clubs together just to make sure those players are progressing and not only saying they're not Touch Kings players. So very proud of the staff that we have. Yes, we're growing. It will keep growing. We're not done yet. We're not done yet until I start to see a new era of players getting into colleges and signing professional contracts through this club. We're not done yet. So we've done it once, we've done it twice. We want to do it again, and we want to do it to a bigger scale this time.
For sure. We'll be here, like I said, supporting in any way we can, whether it's through, my company who is fortunate enough to be a big supporter of you all, or just personally speaking. So all the best to you. Enjoy your time in the UK, and we will be talking to you, seeing you soon.
I'm going to be at a game tomorrow, so I'm going to shout you out at the game. I just hope all those fans can hear me, okay?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Knock on wood.